It is the final home game of the 2025 portion of the season for the Condors as they get set to play host to the reigning OCAA champions, the Mohawk Mountaineers. Hello everybody, Anthony Kuski welcoming you in to the Student Rec Center here at Conestoga College's Dune campus, where these two teams are ready to get things underway in a few minutes. Mohawk coming in playing very well, 7-0, a perfect record to start this season. Conestoga looking to play spoiler ahead of the break. Lineup's going to be announced. The tip-off draws ever closer. We're going to have the full coverage for you this evening. Don't go anywhere. It's the OCAA women's basketball action next. We're all ready for tip-off. Weber facing off against Williams. The first possession will head to Mohawk, and we are underway. This one in and out of the fingertips of Williams.
Match up. Match up. Stop. Defense. Match up.
This ball going to stay with the Mountaineers. Mohawk going to start with Smith, Sophie, Drain, Gazan, and Williams. Conestoga countering with Kellerman, Mullet, Johnson, Freese, and Weber. And the first bucket kissed off the glass and will fall. Tiffany Williams getting things started. Pass in for Weber. Conestoga gets their first possession. It will be led up by Adri Kellerman. Kellerman currently in her second year. The Waterloo native is going to offload to Freese. Freese had a good game last time again in the Student Rec Center. He's going to give to Johnson just outside the paint. Kicks out for Mullet. Now into the post for Freese, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. That'll be a change of possession, the first turnover of the game, as the Mohawks set to get back underway. Dancing around the perimeter, now driving through, laying it up, no good, as this one going to reject off the rim. Will be Conestoga ball. Conestoga picked up their first home win against Sheridan back on November 14th, winning that contest 63-56. Four Condors would finish with double-digit points. Kellerman, Johnson, Beckford, and Freese. Imagine how good of a game Freese had. She came off the bench and was electric. We'll see what she has in store here, as Kellerman goes off the glass, and that one bouncing off the rim, no good. 2 points separating these two teams in the early going, as this is going to carry him off Williams, who will tiptoe the line and stay in bounds. Now throwing on over for Sydney Drain. Drain in a one-on-one with Johnson. That is a good defensive play from Maddie Johnson. And this pass going to be disrupted, was intended for Mullet. Driving underneath, and contact going to be called. Savannah Freese picking up her first foul.
Julia right here. Julia right here. Stop. Right here. 3 on a miss, 14 on a make.
And Sophie is going to go 2 for 2, as she will improve on her numbers. Currently an 83.9% shooter. She's been very good from the charity stripe. Conestoga looking for their first bucket. Kellerman almost has it stolen away, able to evade the pressure, and Conestoga back on the attack via Johnson. This is going to be stolen away, pass intended for Mullet. Mohawk had numbers and it will stay in bounds and be deflected off of Maddie Weber and out of bounds. Conestoga has the ball there, moving up. It's Johnson in on one-on-one. It's going to be turned away momentarily, tries to get the offensive rebound, will not be able to as Tiffany Williams coming away with it. Conestoga will retain possession. Conestoga has such a strong foundation that they have built over the past few years. Players buying into the program, as that is going to be the offensive charge on Weber. The Condors have done a great job recruiting, adding some key first-year players that are set to make a difference. Some of them going to be getting action here as Conestoga dealing with a few injuries. As we're seeing first year from Gander, Newfoundland, Julia Mullet into the game, as she will get the start. Freeze trying to close the gap. This one into, and it's going to be called for the travel on Williams. Conestoga will take over. 4-0 our score as we play on. Freeze is going to be knocked down, trying to send it up for Mullet, who will set her feet, go high off the glass, no good. Conestoga trying to get a steal, see if they can get the ball back. And that is going to be a foul called on Weber, her second in the early going. Go into the game for Weber's action, back and away off the inbound. Freeze trying to cause some havoc and racing around, bounce pass, and that is going to be blocking foul on Freeze. It's going to be 4 team fouls on the Condors early going. Zwolak into the game now. It's going to be a couple of free throws for Williams. Williams currently 4th on the team in points, coming into tonight with 65. And she will go 1 for 2 on this trip. That will extend the lead to 5-0. As Conestoga still looking for their first bucket. Pass a little bit behind Kellerman. She's able to corral. It's Conestoga setting back out. Now you see Kellerman hammering on the break, getting over to Mullet, who will drill the 3. That is Mullet's going to be her first bucket in the OCAA, and no better way to get it than a triple. And that was a big shot for Julia Mullet. Welcome to the OCAA. This one going to be off the glass and in 9-3 our score. Maddie Johnson now with the ball, going to offload and giving over to Vanessa Zwolak. Zwolak, the North Bay, Ontario native, giving it over to a fellow rookie, that's Grace Agawa. Shot clock dwindling, Kellerman will let it fly. This one will hit off of the iron, and Zwolak has Kellerman. She will opt to go up, it will not fall. And here come the Mountaineers. along the baseline for Williams. She opting to fire it up. This one finds iron. Will be no good for Gasson. Kelman trying to cross over, creates some space, closely pestered by Joanna Smith. Conestoga trying to find ways into the interior as the shot clock again dwindling down. Zwolak will lose the ball, and coming back on a fast break opportunity goes Williams. Williams on Johnson, and that is going to be an offensive foul as Maddie Johnson able to set her feet and take the charge. It's going to be a timeout for Conestoga. We'll take a look at our matchup for this evening. Conestoga coming in 3-4. We mentioned earlier, Mohawk 7-0, a perfect record as they have been on fire as of right, picking up right where they left off. Conestoga winners of their last two as they have caught fire as of late. Despite the injuries, they are showcasing their resilience time and time again, continuing to go to the next woman up mentality. Each player able to contribute off the bench, and we're seeing the rookies get in on the action and making the most of the minutes they're playing. As we mentioned, Julia Mullet getting the first bucket for the Condors, her first. The timeout going to be over. 4:43 on the clock in the opening quarter. If you're just tuning in, Mohawk up 9-3 as we play on. Conestoga will have the ball. We get ready to resume. Johnson going to be double teamed, and that is going to be a foul called. This is going against Vanessa Sophie. It's going to be her first, team second. That will stop play momentarily as another inbound coming on the far sideline. Andrew Kellerman trying to direct some traffic. He gets it over to Johnson, who will go off the glass. It will roll off the rim, no good. Loose ball picked up by Maddie Johnson. She is immediately swarmed by Mountaineers. That will be a travel called. And the leading pass will be intercepted by the Condors. They come back. And now slowing up tempo down ever so slightly was Johnson. Going to offload over to Kellerman. Adri Kellerman trying to get some misdirection. Agawa, little give and go. Trying to find some room, and this one will not fall as Wolak was looking for the bucket. Levan Agawa trying to get it back into the paint, will be swatted away momentarily. Maddie Johnson collects. Now getting it over to Mullet. Mullet finding Kellerman, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Zwolak going to have to get it up. She'll let it fly, and it will come up short and head out of bounds. That keeps the score exactly where it is as Williams coming back into the game. Mohawk in the last game was a rematch of that gold medal game against the Humber Hawks. And it was a very similar result for the Mountaineers as they were able to win that game, clipping the Hawks' wings. They had very impressive numbers. Is this shot going to have too much on it? And it will be Conestoga ball. Mohawk won the battle on the glass, 43-38 in rebounds. We'll see if that is the same story here this evening, as both of these teams do exceptionally well in terms of rebounds. Anderson was 10 for 17 from the field, going 4 for 10 from deep. And Kendra Oliver had 11 points and a whopping 17 rebounds off the bench in 24 minutes played. That was a big difference maker in the game, as this attack going to be stymied. And coming back with speed goes Drain. And that is going to be rejected by Kellerman, but a foul going to be called. So we get another look at this one. Drayton will go 1 for 2 to improve on her 66.7% shooting, as she's had 12 attempts this season. This ball hitting off of Williams and out of play. Conestoga trailing by 7 with just under 3 minutes to go. As we play on Kellerman, surveying the scene, trying to find an open lane and generate some space. And very good at that all season long. She's currently second on the team in points with 98. This one carrying off the iron will be no good. On the counterattack, here comes Drain. That pass a little bit behind. Sophie rises up and able to get a hand on it. It's going to be settled down ever so slightly by Drain. It's into the paint, now kicked out, as Sophie will pull up for the mid-range jumper and knock it down. Sophie up to 4 points. That will extend the lead for Mohawk. Johnson having a look, thought about giving it over to Mullet, and now will opt to give it over to the Condors rookie wearing number 5. Kellerman has to get it up, and moving forward, Adri Kellerman lets it go! This one hitting off of the rim, but it is immediately going to be contained by Williams. Agawa going to be called for the foul. That's going to be her first, as Mohawk heads back to the line. Sydney Drain back to the line. Currently has 170 minutes, 48 points this season. Mohawk really scoring by committee, as they have several players above 30 points this season, doing a great job getting scoring up and down their lineup. We have that many players scoring points. It makes it very hard to defend against. All 5 players on the floor can make an impact at any given time, as Rolak will let it fly. This will be off the mark, as Williams grabs the loose ball, as the Mountaineers come on back. It's going over to Sophie. It will be deflected. Here comes Johnson. Johnson going to be closely watched by Kate Ross. Maddie Johnson still with the ball. 1:15 to go, as this will be in and out of the hands of Maddie Anderson. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 13 points for the Mountaineers. This bounce pass for Kellerman will be stolen away by Sophie. Sophie along with Ross. Mullet does a great job being able to get back, closing the gap. Ross fakes the shot and will be knocked down in the paint. She gets right back up, and a good back pass will not be able to fall, as Sophie was stymied by the rim. Kellerman sets her feet and lets it fire. This one also hitting off the rim will be no good. Going up the floor, a long stretch pass into the corner. Anderson lets it fly and has it. Recognizing a great pass, Maddie Anderson on the board with her first bucket as she takes a trip downtown. 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Agawa trying to find a pass, getting it on over to Kellerman, will be knocked away. Maddie Anderson with Agawa on her tail. It will be no good as Agawa going to take a foul. That will be her second. Anderson now to the line to shoot 2. Currently 86.4% on the season, 19 of 22. 3 Condors in this opening quarter already have 2 fouls. So it'll be 11.9 on the clock. Going to have to play a clean game. Mentioned that the Condors dealing with several injuries, few key starters inactive, as they have gone to their bench and seen the rookies step up. All 3 of them on the floor right now as this shot is going to get up in time off the glass. No good from Zwolak. And that's going to do it for the opening quarter. 17-3 our score for the Mohawk Mountaineers. We're all ready to go for the second quarter of action. If you're just tuning in, Mohawk up 17-3 on the Condors in what is their final home game of the 2025 portion of the season. They will be off for the winter break and then back in 2026. They've done very well, already 3 wins on the season. They've been doing well to handle the adversity. Fries able to grab the loose ball, backing down Anderson, who will get a hand on it and rejects Savannah Fries. Mohawk this season, the lowest scoring they have had in a single game was against Fanshawe. They were held to just 74 points, as this is going to be a 3-ball. Feels crazy to say that, 74 points, but they've been so good at scoring up and down this lineup, continuing to find ways to be able to get buckets in, whether it is on the interior or as well as the exterior, as spinning off it was Johnson. She will fake, trying to get into the post. Savannah Fries up end. That will be Fries's first bucket. As Conestoga looking to string some points together. This one handed off for Anderson, who's currently leading the team in points, as she has gone perfect from deep. The shot up will carry him off the iron, no good. As Fries trying to run it down, and she will. 3 Mountaineers surrounding here. Savannah Fries stays composed. And now Conestoga on the attack. This one too much on the 3-ball from Kellerman, and it will bounce out of bounds.
Get back, get back. Come on, Seth. Here we go.
Mohawk going to be back on the attack with Sydney Drain starting with the ball. Immediately giving over to Anderson. Anderson steps back, trying to generate some space. Her shot unable to fall. This one hitting off Weber, and now she has the rebound. Foul going to be called on Joanna Smith. She'll be picking up her first foul, the team leader in points this season. 109, she has stepped up in a big way for the team. Really shooting very well from three-point range, 34.8%. She's been able to get it done on the interior as well as shooting the ball from the mid and deeper ranges. A good move from Weber. This one rattling around, and she has a bucket. It's a great strong move in the paint. It's stolen away. Adri Kellerman. Kellerman coming back. Immediately met by Bahai. The battle of the fours, and now it's over to Johnson. Conestoga trying to get the Mohawk defense on their heels. With 2 fouls now for Smith, she will check out. As punching the time card is Tiffany Williams back into the game. Conestoga looking to add to the points. Kellerman putting it into the post for Fries, who will be stymied. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Is Conestoga going to be able to set up a play? Won't have to be a catch and shoot. This one put over for Weber right around the elbow. Back into the paint. Johnson has to get the shot up, and it gets over to Fries, who will spin and is fouled on the way up. This foul going against number 21, as that is Gazan. There'll be 2 free throws for Savannah. Fries, she's currently shooting above 50%, 57.1, as she has made 12 of her 21 free throws. Good on that one, as that is a 2-for-2 trip for Fries, who is up to 4 points. This errant pass reeled in by Mullet, who's been very good on the defensive side. Been an area she has focused on over the course of the season. Incredibly hard working at practice, and she has really improved her defensive game. Part of the reason she got the start has been her ability to close out and really pester opponents, into causing some costly turnovers. Sydney Drain back, immediately picked up by Weaver, who switches on. Conestoga doing a good job trying to hold Mohawk to the perimeter, and it will be the 3-ball good. $23-9 our score if you're just tuning in. Aiden Pekuski along with you for all the action, as Mullet going to pick up the bouncing ball. Immediately followed by Dahai, trying to get it into the post. It's Fries, close to watch by Williams. The kick out, the shot, it's good! It's a deep 2 for Mullet, who was feeling her shot early on. You always love to see this in the younger players, being able to get the most of their playing time. And Julia Mullet doing just that, as she has been on fire in shooting. She's 2 for 3 from the field. Great selection of shots, as she's been able to pick her spots very effectively and converting. Looking for an opening. Kellerman spins off. Her defender has some open floor to work with. Trying to find Weber, and will be knocked out of her hands. For Weber, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for an opening. Conestoga passing, getting it over to Fries, and that will be a charge. That'll be Fries's third foul. And Fries going to head off Zwolak back into the game. And Zwolak immediately tasked with Drain. Was swinging the ball through and getting it was Weber. This is going to be a foul. And that is going to be the third foul on Maddie Weber. Her third.
That was the same. She just did that. Same call. I'm pissed. Same call.
Williams good on the second, and that is going to bring Egoa back into the game for Weber. 26-11 our score, as Julia Mullet currently leading the team with 5 points. So getting over to Egoa. Egoa waiting for support, and here come the rest of the Condors. Now she's going to serve against the scene, able to find friendly hands in Maddie Johnson. Johnson will look around. Great screen from Zwolak. As now bouncing off of Conestoga. Back on the attack. Zwolak going up, and this one hitting up the front of the rim will be no good. And the stretch pass all alone, up and in. Dahai going to be picking up 2 points. And Zwolak back on attack has some pressure coming from her backside. Will hammer on the brakes, and now offloading to Kellerman. Adri Kellerman still looking for her first bucket. Time ticking away on the shot clock. Conestoga gonna have to get their shot up. And an errant pass is now picked up by Dahai on the counter attack. Here come the Mountaineers. And that is going to be swatted away by Maddie Johnson. Great rejection still with the Mountaineers. However, and it is up and in. Malik Dahai back-to-back buckets. Long stretch pass able to find Kellerman. She's got Mullet with her. Now has it over to Mullet, who will let it go. And a great job, a good drive to the rack for Julia Mullet. Had a couple Mountaineers on her, took the contact and drove through it, able to draw the foul. She heads to the line for 2 free throws. Mullet trying to steal it away. And on the counter attack, a great stretch pass and the finish. Guangzhou going to be adding 2 more points. 32-11 our score. As Kellerman trying to find an open corner to pass her, she opts to keep. Johnson was coming for the screen. She'll dance off and it's stolen away. It's Vanessa Sophie with the steal, and she will pull up. Her shot unable to fall. The second chance opportunity also negated, and the Condors collect. Johnson curling the team in rebounds with 3. Been so good on the defensive side of the ball. Love to see if they can get her going offensively as Mullet trying to pass to Agawa, and it is going to be a charge called. Going to be a timeout taken by the Condors. mentioned earlier, Conestoga down players, they have been bit by the injury bug this first half, but it is creating a lot of opportunities for the first-year players, and we're seeing it on display. Their two leading scorers, Julia Mullet and Savannah Fries, both in their rookie campaign, and are making their mark on this game. Both of these players bring such a good skill set and determination to this program, and it's always interesting to see over the course of the season that players will have nagging injuries, and it allows for other players to step up. Now it goes for every team is seeing which players can play at this level, and it's great experience for the players as well, being able to see what it takes to play at the OCAA level. We get ready for the timeout to expire, and there's the buzzer, as Conestoga going to head back onto the floor momentarily. Action back underway as Wolak immediately going to be watching Ross. Ross offloading as Sophie, that's a loose ball, and it will be secured by the Mountaineers and a foul called. Wolak going to be picking up her first foul. One of two, and that is a rebound taken by Maddie Anderson. A three ball up, clanging off the iron, no good. Battle for it underneath, and it's kicked out again. This is going to be a deep two, will be no good. Johnson brings down the defensive board and gets it to the near sidelines for Kellerman. Kellerman bursts the speed. Now slowing the tempo down as she is closely watched by Drain. 2:26 to go in the opening half of play between the Condors and the Mountaineers. Johnson give and go, back to Kellerman, who will let it fly. A two, rolls around and will rim out. This one into the corner, too much on it. As a great play by Zwolak trying to get the loose ball, but it's the Mountaineers quickly jumping. And this shot up and good as Maddie Anderson 3 for 4 from 3-point range, as she is really feeling her shot early on, and the Mountaineers continuing to find her beyond the arc. Johnson moving over for Mullet. Mullet was giving it over to Egwa, trying to find Zwolak, but a hand getting in and rejecting this passing lane. Looking for a pass. Johnson trying to find it. We're able to get it to Agawa. Agawa with the ball, backing down her defender. It's Anderson. And that is going to be Maddie Anderson with a good defensive play. She's already up to 10 points and doing it on both sides of the floor. Megan Fox, good bounce pass into the security for Ross. All alone, setting her feet and letting it go. This one no good on the shot from Joanna Smith. It's a loose ball immediately secured by Zwolak, and Conestoga back on the counter. Just over a minute to go. It's a good screen from Johnson, creating some more space for Kellerman, who will fight through a couple of defenders. Gets her own rebound, the second chance opportunity unable to fall. And racing back up the floor, back into the corner, the shot up. That was a deep two, will not be taken in as Agawa has the ball. That's Agawa's third personal. It's not going to be a foul on Agawa. This is going to be to Sydney Drain. Agawa, the other 20 on the floor, is going to be shooting too. those first couple free throws of the season after getting into 6 games, 33 minutes played on the season. And she's good on 1 of 2. Her first points of the game and her first made free throw at this level. Maddie Anderson has had the hot hand all game long, opting to get the helper, as that's going to be her first assist. Going over to Agawa, trying to find Mullet, but it will be stolen away by Kate Ross. Long stretch pass. Looking for an outlet and will find it. It's Megan Fox in the corner, driving baseline off the glass and in. Joanna Smith picking up 2 more. The dwindling seconds, Johnson drives and will not get the shot off in time, as that's halftime. 40-12, our score in favor of the reigning champs, the Mohawk Mountaineers. Okay, anyway, folks, we are going to have a recap for you once halftime is over, and more action between the Condors and the Mountaineers. It is OCAA women's basketball action.
This is more than a recreation facility. This is where you push your limits, break a sweat, and build lasting friendships in a supportive community. This is where you'll feel empowered and inspired to develop lifelong skills for personal and professional achievement. At the Student Recreation Center, we are a community of over 25,000 Condors striving to soar in state-of-the-art facilities. We foster an environment where determination meets opportunity.
We're here to motivate, driving growth, and providing leadership on your journey to a healthier, happier you.
We're a diverse community, fueling our passion with each rep, each sweat drop, and each moment of personal growth.
We are constantly challenging ourselves, pushing our boundaries, and celebrating every personal achievement along the way.
We are the pulse of friendly competition in pursuit of victory and camaraderie through sports and friendship.
We are fierce competitors, where diversity strengthens our bond and enhancing our skills on and off the pitch.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are fueled by determination, teamwork,
and the thrill of victory on and off the field.
We
are Condors.
This is your opportunity to explore our dynamic programming and find the physical activities that ignite your passion. Visit the Student Recreation Center today to join the community of Condors striving to soar on campus.
Mohawk going to get things started for the second half of action as we get ready to go. 40-12, our score, as the Mountaineers shooting 40% from three-point land and have gotten quite a number of points in the paint as well to complement their shooting percentage. 18 of them so far, with 15 points coming off the bench. As we mentioned, they score by committee, and they've been doing so here this evening. As this into the paint, and a foul going to be called, as I will stop play 20 seconds into the third quarter. Mohawk continuing to win the battle of the glass, 25-16 currently. It's Conestoga without one of their big rebounders in Jamila Beckford. It's Freeze backing down this one too much on it, be punched free from Johnson. Action back underway. We are going to have Mohawk possession. This pass into the paint for Williams, backing down Weber. It'll be up and in off the glass. Freese has Mullet open all alone. He's going to give it over to Kellerman. Adri Kellerman trying to drive in. He turned back. Now it's back into the post for Freese. Time dwindling down. Freese trying to get the shot up. Kellerman currently leading the OCAA in minutes played, 276. 3 players in the top 5 are Condors. That's Kellerman, Beckford, and Maddie Johnson, all of them getting a lot of playing time. We've seen Maddie Johnson on the floor the entire game. As we mentioned, the injuries they've been dealing with, a lot of their players having to step up and play big minutes. Good close out from Mullet. Once again, we talked about her defense and her hustle, how it is forcing turnovers at on the errant pass. All changing hands now. It is going to be over to Mohawk. This one in the feet of Williams, immediately pressured by Freese, trying to box out, top of the arc, and right down Broadway, and it is put in for Smith. This Mullet trying to rip the ball away. Conestoga will retain possession. On the floor for the Condors is going to be Johnson, Mullet, Kellerman, Weber, and Freese. This one stolen away. That's Vanessa Sophie. Loose ball is Johnson falling on it. That ball still bouncing around. And Conestoga going to have possession, last touched off the Mountaineers. 44-12 our score as 2 minutes have come and gone in the third quarter. Conestoga looking to stage a comeback against the Mountaineers. With a very good offensive showing in the opening 2 quarters. Conestoga, they've mentioned how good they have passed all season long. That creates some opportunity. Savannah Freese gets the bucket to fall. Be 2 more points for number 10. This one just outside the elbow, mid-range jumper, rattles around, and good for Sophie. Sophie continuing to get behind defenses, finding open spots as Kellerman has the ball. Conestoga has numbers. Stretch pass finding Mullet, quickly getting over, up, and will not be able to fall. Good feed from Mullet, getting over to Freese, who will now head to the line. That'll be good for Fries. She is up to 7 points on the evening. Conestoga trailing by 30. See if some of Conestoga's shooters can get hot through the likes of Kellerman and Johnson, two of the senior members on this team. Mullet doing a good job trying to force the pass. And it will get over to Drain. She will quickly offload. Now with the rock, it's going to be Megan Fox trying to direct some traffic. And right into the paint, and a foul going to be on Fries. That'll be her fourth, so she is in some severe foul trouble. With still quite a bit of time left to go. Second shot up and good. Basket's going to count. Conestoga will take over off a couple of made three throws. 3 for 5 now for Tiffany Williams in terms of shots from the charity strip as we are backing away. Conestoga moving on with Maddie Johnson, who's able to evade a pestering Joanna Smith into the corner. The shot up. Too much on it, and grabbing it is going to be Maddie Johnson, and the rim will reject her again. Iron has not been Conestoga's friend, rejecting a number of their attacks. Now it is Smith, so dynamic a player, as this shot up and a great passing play, and that is going to fall. That was Megan Fox knocking down the three-pointer, her second of the season. As Weber in, getting it over to Fries all alone. This shot will be unable to go. Stretch pass, now it's Mountaineers with numbers. Conestoga doing a good job turning away. The three ball up, will not be able to fall. Kellerman grabs the board. And it's going to be Adri Kellerman, closely watched by Joanna Smith, who is now up to 10 points as well. She's now tied with Anderson. Megan Fox going to be picking up her second foul. That is going to bring back the high into the game. Conestoga looking to set up a play. They can try to get into the post for Weber. In and out of her hands. Both players were not too sure where it was. Weber going to get heading to the line. Tried to get the and one. Not be able to get the shot to fall, but she heads to the line to shoot two. Weber currently a 72.7% shooter. Best on the team in free throws. Going to be a violation. That is going to be one more shot for Weber. And it will be good on the second shot. That'll be 2 shots for Weber to fall from the charity stripe. Mohawk back on the ball, the loose ball heading towards the sidelines. It will be kept in. Savannah Fries jumps on the loose ball, and she will hammer on the brakes, offloading to Johnson, who gets it in for Weber. And that is going to be a charge. See if we can get another look at this one. Not 100% sure the feet were set. And they definitely were not set. As you can see, her left or right foot still in the air. It's going to be a foul on Weber, her fourth, as Fries and Weber now in foul trouble. It's going to be last touched by Johnson. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Mohawk set to inbound along the baseline. Conestoga looking to stymie this attack. Getting for Anderson, and it will be swatted away by Freese. That will be the foul on Anderson, her first. She'll be getting called for the push. Conestoga takes over possession as we get ready to resume action with 5:06 on the clock in the third quarter. You're watching OCAA basketball. It's the Condors versus the Mountaineers. As Kellerman fighting off a double team, it will be turned away. Kellerman collects, she gets it up, and that is going to stop play as the pressure on Kellerman is going to cause the violation. Going to be a quick conference between the officials, possibly seeing if there was possession the entire time. Two shots for Maddie Johnson as the Condors are in the bonus. 5 fouls on the Mountaineers. After those two free throws, the inbound going to be on the far sideline. As our score 51-18 in favor of the visiting Mountaineers, who are looking to improve to 8-0 on the year. This stretch pass, what a great pass, and the finish to high. We're seeing the passing on display for Mohawk. Getting over for Johnson, offloading, Mullet lets it fly. Clanging off the iron will be no good on this three-point opportunity. Mohawk collects and they will race back up the court. Going over for Davis, who will be called for the travel. Action back and away. We mentioned that Conestoga have a couple players in foul trouble. Going to have to play a little bit cleaner. This one getting into Freese in the post, kicking out. It's Kellerman, deep three, no good. Kellerman almost had the rebound. It's taken back by Anderson, who will set her feet. This is up and in for Anderson, who's going to add 2 more points, an even dozen for number 33 on the night. And Conestoga back on the counter. Fresh pass reeled in by Johnson. Mullet has it in the corner. Trying to move forward is Weber underneath. Takes some contact and will finish through it. 2 more points for Maddie Weber. Handoff moving over for Davis. Layla Davis immediately pressured by Kellerman. Sends toward the top of the arc. The shot clock dwindling. Driving hard, going up, and it will fall. 2 more points for Malik Dahai, who is on fire in the second half. Conestoga looking to cut into this lead. Getting over to Weber. Quick pass will find Kellerman. Conestoga has some good passing, and that is going to be a foul on Anderson. Be 2 shots for Savannah Fries. She currently leads the Condors with 8 points. Action back underway, 57-20 our score. With 2:48 to be played. This one back into the paint for Williams, off the glass and in. Williams going to add 2 more points. The third Mountaineer into double-digit points in the game. Johnson tiptoeing the line, double teamed. He'll be stepping just out of bounds. Racing back up goes Megan Fox. Quick pass, able to find Ross. Ross still looking for her first bucket in this game. This shot will be no good. Conestoga does good to defend. Grabbing the loose ball is going to be Mullen. She sets out. Mullet finding Fries. Quick passing play. Now hammering on the brakes is Fries. It's Kellerman. Adri Kellerman looking for her first bucket, opting to go over to Fries, who's underneath off the glass end. And Savannah Fries up to 10 points. That's 10 for number 10. She's continuing to leave her mark on every game that she plays in, getting the start here. Driving down Broadway, this one off the glass, no good. Jousting for it in the paint, and a foul will be called. That will be Fries's 5th and disqualifying foul. She will finish with 10 points, 4 made free throws, going 3 for 8 from the field. And that will bring in Grace Agawa into the game in replacement of Savannah Fries with 1:43 to go in the third quarter. This one high off the glass, bouncing around as Weber grabs the ball. That will be a technical foul called to the Condors bench. Anderson going to be taking the technical free throw. Action back away. Kellerman sets out, giving it over to Johnson after the free throw taken by Anderson. And it's going to be Kellerman, been held relatively quiet. Very uncharacteristic as she has been very good all season long. Kellerman goes up. This shot will be no good. Tiptoeing the line and coming back come the Mountaineers. Racing up the floor goes Kate Ross. She will offload the 3-ball up. The 3-ball will be an air ball. And now on the counterattack go the Condors. It's Kellerman again. Kellerman driving the offense. This one off the glass and in. Adri Kellerman gets her first bucket of the game. Last minute of play in the third quarter. It's getting over to Ross. Kicks out. The step back 3. No good, hitting off the iron. And will be kept alive. This is going to be shot up off the iron, no good. Mullet grabs the rebound. That is going to be a foul call. Mullet's 4th rebound of the game to go along with 5 points. This is going to be 2 shots taken. And it will be Julia Mullet to the line. This is her 2nd trip. And that will be 2 for 2 for Mullet. Her first 2 makes from the charity stripe in the OCAA, up to 7 points now for number 5. Pass in behind the defense, opting to throw it over to Ross. This shot will be short. Johnson grabs the loose ball, and feeds over to Kellerman. Kellerman surveying the scene, 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to get it over for Weaver, who's immediately pressured by Williams. And Maddie Johnson up and in. Johnson this season, a new career high in single season points, beating last year as this one off the glass. So she continues to have a great season in what is her 3rd year with the team. Buzzer sounds, that brings us to the end of 3 quarters, 59-28 our score. Fourth quarter is here. The main difference maker in this one from a stats perspective is the points in the paint. 30-12 in favor of Mohawk, and they have done a great job getting into that interior part of the court and converting as we are here at the Student Rec Center for the final game of the 2025 portion of the season for the Condors as they are taking on the Mountaineers. They'll be back in action as this is a 3-ball. Will be falling for Megan Fox, her 2nd. They'll be back in action in the new year, January 14th against Redeemer, and we'll follow that up playing Humber right back here. 6 and 1 p.m. are times for tip-off. "13 seconds on the shot clock. As Kellerman set to inbound for the Condors. It will find Mullet. Mullet has some time, looking for a pass. And it's over to Kellerman. Now in for Weber. 6 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to have to drive. Getting underneath. And the reversal will fall. Maddie Weber, 2 more points. Continuing to fight through contact and finishing strong at the rim. So along the baseline, driving forward, and that is going to be a kick ball. Mountaineers will retain possession. 14 seconds on the shot clock. As backing down Johnson, good defensive positioning on Drain. As this mid-range jumper will be falling for Vanessa Sophie. Kellerman trying to find an opening. The handoff to Johnson. Maddie Johnson, very dynamic both ends of the ball, as this will be a bit behind her, and it'll be immediately picked up by the Mountaineers as they step back out up the floor. And the pass will be kept alive momentarily, but it will be out of bounds as Megan Fox gave chase. Just a toe out of bounds. Maddie Johnson immediately pressured by Drain. That's been a thorn in the side of the Condors all evening long. This foul going to be on Sophie, her 4th. So that will put number 11 for Mohawk in some foul trouble. The action back away is immediately swatted away by Williams. Can't go the whole game without mentioning the head coach of this Mohawk Mountaineers team and this current reigning OCAA Coach of the Year, and that is Mihai Radukaknu, as he has been sensational in leading this program over the past years. As it's in for Williams into the paint, 2 more points. And this is Raducanu's 4th year at the helm, being the head coach of Mohawk. You mentioned they're coming off of that OCAA gold, and the steal coming back. Agawa, the lone Condor, back bounce pass up, and it is not in, but the loose ball taken by Sydney Drain. Conestoga gets the ball over to Mullet. Mullet, in her first career start, had a pretty good game. 4 rebounds, 7 points, and the helper. Reeled in by Johnson in a sea of Mountaineers, and she will head to the line after drawing the contact while shooting. Johnson to the line, currently the 5th best field goal percentage thus far in the season, 3rd in minutes and 4th in minutes per game. As we mentioned, she sees a lot of time on the court and has continued to be a great offensive weapon for the Condors. 3 double-digit point games this season. Johnson going to be good on both, so add 2 more points to her total as we play on here in the 4th quarter. 66-32 our score. The 3 ball up and will fall as Sydney Drain just does just that. Now it's going to be Kellerman on the counter attack with 6:35 to play. Into the post, great pass for Mullet. This shot going to have too much on it off the glass. And the defensive rebound secured by the Mountaineers. They come back on the attack. Will be kicked out into the corner. The shot up and will brim out for Dahai. part of the all-rookie team, is number 4. Currently has 9 points, 2 rebounds, a perfect 4 for 4 from the field. Trying to find it into the post. This shot going into the corner. It will fly and have too much on it. Kellerman grabbing the ball and will come out for the Condors, finding Maddie Johnson. And that would be a timeout for the Mountaineers. 69-32 our score at the timeout. Number of returning players for Mohawk. Currently just 1 rookie on the team. That is Megan Fox, who is up to 6 points, both via the 3-ball. She's having a game is the Hamilton native. We're seeing the veteran presence for Mohawk on display. And with that comes a lot of these players having that playoff experience, being a part of that championship run. And it's leading into this year. Is they have that, they've been part of the program for a while, being able to work through part of their head coach's systems. And that has been on full display here this evening. One player we have not seen in this game is Kendra Oliver, the reigning OCAA Women's Basketball Championship MVP in her senior year. A 4th year, has played in 16 games last season, 75 points this year, coming off of a 216-point effort a year ago. She is inactive tonight. Sophie thought against the pass, didn't like what she saw. Now playing along the perimeter, trying to find a pass into the interior. Wasn't able to see anything, and this is going to be a travel called as 1 step too many for Davis. Kellerman going to be closely watched by Sophie. Johnson trying to get back into the paint. The shot no good. Offensive board is secured by Weber. The shot will be no good. Second chance opportunity, no good from Johnson. Will throw it high off the glass. Still not in. Agawa grabs the ball and will be fouled. Conestoga showcasing their physicality in the paint. That was a focus coming into the game. Was trying to win those battles for the loose ball. And this is going to reward Grace Agawa to the line. Under 5 to play in the 4th quarter. 69-32 our score in favor of Mohawk. As a great pass finding Drain in behind the defense. Imagine how crafty this Mohawk offense is. Players continuing to get lost in traffic and popping out right in the perfect spots. That time Drain cashing in. Weber unable to get her first shot. She'll get her own rebound, puts it back up, and this time it will fall. Maddie Weber up to 10 points. It's Drain with the ball. Has 9 points on the night. We'll leave it and get it right back, as this is going to be a foul on Johnson, her first. Will send Sydney Drain to the line to shoot 2. Currently 2 for 4 on the evening. second shot will also rim out as that gives it back to Johnson. Quickly feeding Kellerman. Adri Kellerman trying to call out the play and see what develops from this sequence. Doesn't take Kellerman long to get her shot off. Been held relatively quiet in this game. It's back into the post for Weber. So strong underneath the rim, and she will draw the contact. Weber going to the line to shoot 2, already up to 10 points to go along with 4 rebounds, 3 assists. She's been all over the floor in this game, good on the first. Mentioned such tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. She's 3rd in blocks with 13. Also doing very good from the field. Single game high, 22 points against St. Clair. Right around the charity stripe, hopping to pass was Dahai. We were closely watching her woman. It's going to be drained by Anderson. Addie Anderson went off against Humber, dropping 31 points. Very impressive numbers for 33. And she's having another good game, 12 points in this contest. Johnson against Anderson. That will be a foul on Anderson. And Johnson will be good on both. He continues to be very good from the line now, 4 for 6 for number 8, Addie Johnson. Continues to find ways to contribute night in and night out. 9 rebounds for Johnson. At this point, she's done a great job on the defensive side of the ball. As this is going to be a good look for Kate Ross, who will get her first 2 points of the game. Give and go between Kellerman and Johnson. We're into the final 3 minutes. Back to Weber. Been the target for the Condors several times, as it will be a travel called on Johnson. Sort of a play almost had Anderson. That's a good job from Mullet, disrupting the passing lane. Conestoga, good man defense. Nothing open. Just trying to generate some space was Dahai. The shot having to get up. It will fly. No good. As it's taken back. A great play for Tiffany Williams, up to 14 points after getting the rebound and scoring. And a shot from Weber will hit off the iron, no good. Moving up, and it's going to be immediately swatted away by Weber. Johnson trying to find an opening. It's over to Kellerman. Kellerman sets her feet, opting for the pass to Weber. 1:36 to go. Conestoga looking for an open shot, stepping around, and it's going to be off the iron, no good for Kellerman. Ross slowing the tempo down, offloads to Dahai. Now getting over to Davis. Quick passing again, she's been distributing very well, and the finish from Williams. That will be a timeout taken by D. Channer with 1:09 to go. passing has been exceptional for the Mohawk Mountaineers. They're up to 27 assists in the game. They're doing a great job distributing the ball. Sophie leading the way with 9 assists to go along with 8 points, 5 rebounds. The distribution of the ball has been so effective that there's a lot of players getting into open spots on the floor and being left unguarded, leading to easy layups. Seconds on the shot clock, 1:09 on the game clock. Conestoga set to inbound. Kellerman will have the honors. Kellerman was a killer from deep, has one of the best shots I have seen in a long time, as this is going to be stolen away. The 2-on-0, the shot is up and good. Kate Ross 2 more points off the steal and score. Under a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Mullet in a battle with her numeric counterpart. It's Kate Ross. Now it's going to be Weber slowing the tempo down, looking for an open passing lane. And she will find it in Kellerman. Swinging off of the screen, kicks out, it's Mullet! And this one will be just off the mark. It's a good looking shot for Mullet, who got in the perfect spot to let her shot fly. Anderson with the ball. Going to be picked up now. It is the 2-5s again in a battle. Time ticking away. With the step back. Bouncing around, and Kellerman, the loose ball is secured by Williams as players hit the hardwood. And that will stop the clock. 6.2 seconds. As Williams is a little slow to get up. A little bit of floor maintenance. We are ready to resume. 6.2 on the clock, 81-38 our score. Johnson ready to inbound. It's going to be Mullet and Kellerman in the backcourt. And that will do it for our game. The final score, 81-38, as Mohawk improves to 8-0 on the season. We'll be back in January. We'd like to wish you all a very happy holiday season. From all of us at the Student Rec Center, I'm Aidan Pikuski. Be sure to tell somebody you love them, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.